Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the KnifeCenter coming at you from SHOT Show 2023. We're here at the Outlier Knife Company booth. Am I saying it? Outlier Knife Company?
Outlier Knife Company.
Rob, how are you?
Always good to see you guys. We're doing great.
You too, man. You may have known the stuff Outlier does under a previous name, Double Star, but they're recently kind of rebranding, branching out, and we'll let Rob tell you about what you guys do.
Well, Outlier Knife Company, we broke away from the tactical world because everybody's getting more into the outdoors. They want to, they want to camp, they want to fish, they want to hunt, they want to hike, they want to do bushcraft, and all these other different things that we want to move along with them.
Yep.
And we want our knives and our products to basically go in that direction as well.
Okay.
So therefore, we rebranded, and it's this idea of getting out and being an outlier.
Yeah.
Finding yourself, getting out at that peak that nobody wants to go to.
Yeah.
And that's where we want to be at. We want to be attractive to those people.
Right.
And so we've moved in that direction because we're all hunters. I'm a bow hunter myself. We got hunters in the shop, and we want to let everybody know that we're into that life. That's us. It's not. It's not a show. We're all about that life. So we wanted all of our products to go in that direction as well.
Nice.
So that's kind of where we're at and where we're going. And our mission is to encourage people to get out.
Gotcha.
That's what we want to do.
That sounds great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we've got some stuff here behind us. Some of the stuff that's been carried over from the Double Star line, but especially for the outdoor, the getting out there stuff. What do you want to talk about?
Well, one of the things I want to pick up right away because it kind of goes into the direction that we're moving into, and I want to talk about the Kodiak Camp AX.
Sure.
What we wanted was something that was going to be just a little bit more than your regular tomahawk. We wanted something that was going to split well, cross-cut well, multi-purpose. So in other words, all those things plus hammer and tent stakes, skin and bark, prepping for fires, all that kind of stuff. But it's something that you can throw in your bag. It's clean and it's a little bit more. It's something that you're going to be able to hand down to your kids, your grandkids in the future. We build these things extremely heavy duty in the way that, the steel's 52-100, G10 scales. We dowel all of our standoffs, so you're not going to blow these scales out. So the build is really heavy and it's meant to last. Yeah. So if you can just nail it to your pouch and you're gone, maybe with a couple other items, you're good to go. Yeah. So that's where we're going with this.
I've always liked the concept of this piece right here to aid in just the splitting power of it, stuff like that. Haven't really messed around with it personally, but man, this thing does feel like you could pack a wallop.
Oh, it will. And the other thing too is we didn't build this for you to split cordwood at the house. Yeah. This is something for you to put in the camper when you're going to go pack out, and it's really nice because it's multitaskable. You can do a lot with it when you're out there, even if you got to dig, whatever you're going to be doing while you're out there. You're blazing new trails. Well, here you go. This is exactly what you need to do that.
Fantastic. Very good. All right. What's next?
I want to move into the kind of like the way we're moving our coloring toward the brand. A lot of the other knives that we carried, we've actually kind of revamped them as well. Last Blade Show, we kind of brought some knives back and we kind of took them to task and brought them back out. One of those knives I want to show is the Night Fighter. This was formerly the Light Fighter. We took it back to the table, reworked it, did some stuff to it, got back with the designer, Darren Saroy, and it just has gone far above and beyond where we wanted it to be. At 52-100 steel, super sharp, nice purchase in the hand, really, really slick, clean look to it. And as far as an entry into the combat utility market, this is it. Yeah. Built by a warfighter for warfighters. Right. But if you're not a warfighter, blazing trail is good for you. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's got a great, just general purpose outdoor shape for sure.
Profile's amazing.
Yep. If I'm working from memory here, so I could be wrong, is the overall shape, is it a little slimmer this way?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay,
a little bit more streamlined. We got a nice cross section built into it. The profile's very, very tight, and the build is extremely clean. Yeah.
Well, it is thick steel, so it's nice and sturdy, but the geometry here and the thinning of the spine there feels really great.
It's a phenomenal knife.
Great slicing, great hunting capability out of that for sure.
As a maker myself, there's certain knives I'm attracted to. Yeah. And that blade has been one of my favorites for a long time because I was raised with K-bars and Sykes Fairborn, all that. Yeah. I will tell you that in my personal opinion, that knife right there is in that same category.
Yeah. Well, I've always thought of like this survival knife genre as sort of a crossover between the outdoor stuff and the tactical stuff. living in one kind of do-it-all knife.
Yeah.
And yeah, this blade shape definitely speaks.
Yeah,
to
my
that. I would agree.
nomenclature as far as like the whole concept of a combat utility,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I see all of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very cool. The Night Fighter.
Absolutely. And again, we have our stuff that carried over. We have our Fang, just that all-around utility knife. Again, I want to repeat that. This knife is extremely blue-collar, right? Whether you're at the barbecue with the kids, whether you're a shade tree mechanic, you're scraping head gasket off.
Yep.
This is the knife that I want for blue-collar people in the way of in your pocket, always in your dump, always there. That was the whole purpose for that particular build.
I mean, it's super solid, full tang blade.
Yep, straight back.
52100 on this as well?
80 CRV2.
80 CRV2, good
Yep.
stuff. Nice.
I
and
wanted
tough.
something that was literally small, but it packs a punch.
Yeah, no, that feels super solid. And then, of course, it's a multi-tool.
Absolutely. Hey, for nice as a neck knife, if you're popping brew,
yeah.
hanging out with the family, doing whatever, you can cut over and check your steaks, whatever. But it's just
100%.
that very blue collar.
Fantastic. Great. I would say that'd probably be really good for hikers too that want something super sturdy,
Yep.
but don't want too much.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's something really light. If you're light packing out or something like that, you just want something that's going to get the work done.
man.
I mean, you can still use ferrocume rod with it and stuff like that. So it's very multi-tool
Excellent.
in that sense.
So we got a couple more knives over here on the side. A new one, some prototypes here we'll take a look at. But first, I really like the Camo Diablo X over here.
Let's go ahead and pull down one of the Rut series for you to have a look at first. So everybody knows the Camo Diablo. One thing we learned this year was that this is very bioluminescent.
This particular material?
Yes. In other words, we found out by accident that it is blacklight reflective.
What's the material exactly?
This is just G10,
Oh, yeah.
but it's a high-vis G10 that is blacklight reflective.
Interesting.
So
That's
I
cool.
carry a blacklight in my pouch for
Yeah.
bow hunting.
Yeah.
Well, this knife, you can literally sheath it, throw it 20 feet away, hold a blacklight up, and it's going to
Find
jump
it,
out
yeah.
and bite you.
Excellent.
So,
there's great uses for
Yeah.
black lights out there, even if you're not a hunter. Scorpions, for example.
yes, if you're out here in the desert,
Yeah, especially.
Yeah.
So to have your, if you're carrying a black light anyway, you're able to see your knife. That's pretty cool.
Well, if you're a bow hunter and you don't have a blacklight, if you're doing blacklight, you're doing yourself you're cutting yourself short, basically, because for finding blood trails are phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we keep
Yeah.
one in all of our pouches anyways. And I mean, it's
Right.
like a $20 investment.
Yeah.
So for finding your knife, you drop it back on the trail, turn right back around, and go looking for it.
That light paid for itself right there.
Yeah, exactly. It sure did.
Yeah,
And this is,
yeah.
we're calling this our Rut series. We
Okay.
the brand has actually got an antler on it. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, very nice. And again, same thing with like the Night Fighter. There's obviously a little bit of like tactical influence
Yep,
here.
yep.
But it's just got great geometry, great slicing
skinner,
profile.
great skinner,
Yeah.
yep,
And
yep.
Kim Breed too. I mean, just freaking
Yeah,
expert
great
at
name.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a phenomenal maker. Great friend of mine too.
Fantastic. Looks great.
Right on. So we're moving down.
Yep.
All right.
Tell me about this guy right here.
The story behind this knife is actually pretty amazing. This is a love of Grud. So Craig Caudle, he is the director at Nature Reliance School. Okay, he is a bushcrafter and basically a man tracker by trade. Well, he said, Rob, I want to make a hunting knife. So we went ahead and we designed the Lubbock Grud. The story behind the Lubbock Grud is actually pretty cool. It is a creek in northeastern Kentucky.
Okay.
It is probably one of the best WMAs for whitetail hunting in the state of Kentucky. And it was named by Daniel Boone. And it was out of the book of Gulliver's Travels.
Okay.
So he got there, he saw the creek, and he's like, wow, this sounds like this creek that I read in a book.
Right.
And so therefore, Craig was like, let's call it the Lubbock Grud because
Nice.
the deer hunting at this place is phenomenal.
Great.
So that's why we call it the Lubbock Grud.
So there you go. Tell me a little bit about. So these are prototypes.
That's a
obviously.
working prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's already cleaned 5 or 6 deer already. So we're very happy with the way it performed. We went with 1/8-inch thick, 52-100. He
Good
wanted
slice
something that's a really nice slicer. If you notice, the handle purchase is a little bit bigger, but the blade is not equal in length, so it's a lot tighter build.
But you still got that solid grip.
Purchase.
Even if you got big hands, even if you're wearing gloves while you're hunting, I mean, there's definitely enough space on there for that sort of stuff.
And I will tell you, he was telling me that when he was field dressing, that thing packs a punch.
Yeah.
Because he was cutting all the way clear up.
Yeah.
So that he didn't really have to reach in to do any other cutting. So that was clearing bone,
So you didn't
cartilage,
need his hatchet or his bone saw or anything
nothing
like
else.
that.
So he says it performed very, very, very well. And that knife has not been resharpened or anything. And it's actually in really, really good shape.
Excellent.
And the overall build for that knife is we're going to be going with the OEM model. We're going to be going with kydex, and also it's going to be extremely tight.
Yeah, I looked at it there. It's like you didn't push it all the way in, but no, you did.
Yeah.
Still nice, solid.
We're going to be
hold on
having a retention screw on in case people want to run it tight. I'm very happy with the way this is going to turn out. This is going to get a hard release blade show.
Okay.
2023.
Awesome. So you put it out there, hard release. They're going to hold you to
Hard
it.
release blade show 2023, guys.
What I like about that too, that sheath design, is you get a full grip. Before you even have to worry about taking it out. No adjustment. Yeah. Very cool.
I'm very excited about that.
Awesome.
Knife. Very excited.
Awesome. Well, Rob, thank you so much.
Brother, always good to see you guys. Thank you for stopping. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love what you're doing. Look for this hard release blade show, you guys.
That's right, 2023.
So we'll see that out soon. I'm sure we'll have these at the Knife Center, of course, around the same time. Folks, if you want to keep an eye on when this stuff's coming out, keep an eye on this stuff here. We'll put a link in the description that'll take you to the Outlier section on our KnifeCenter.com website. Keep sticking around for more SHOT Show coverage. Rob, thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you.